Welcome to Holistic Health Made Simple, where you will find health solutions to set you free from the overwhelm of diet culture and frustration with the ever-changing health rules. We go beyond the calorie and diet dogma to equip you to be healthy through simple changes to real food, mindset, and lifestyle. Hey, I'm Jolene. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner, wife, furry guardian, and non-bendy yogi. Like you, I spent years chasing skinny instead of health. I finally learned that I needed to take a holistic approach to health and give my body what it needed to thrive. If you are ready to find a health plan that is tailored to you and your current health, solutions that are broken down into simple steps to make it easier to implement, results that are undeniable like more energy, improved mood, better sleep, and fat loss, this is the podcast for you. Pop in those headphones, take a deep breath, and let's get healthy. Hey there, have you ever uttered the term, "My metabolism sucks"? I know I have, and after talking to a lot of people, I'm sure there's a lot more people out there that have, or at least thought it. They figured, based on everything they've done over the years of dieting, trying all these fad diets, like regular dieting where it's caloric restriction, eating 600 calories, 1,000 calories, whatever it is, then maybe doing the grapefruit diet, the cabbage soup diet, the Special K diet. All of these things absolutely screwed up their metabolism. That's how they feel, and they feel that there is no way to fix it. At least I felt there was no way to fix it. I thought I was doomed. However, when you learn what metabolism is, why it kind of is screwy, you can then do things to help improve your metabolism. That sounds pretty good, huh? But first we got to understand what exactly metabolism is, why we're in this position in the first place. Your metabolism technically is every biochemical reaction that happens inside the body. Everything. Meaning that our body is a whole. So when something's not working right, it also affects the rate at which we're burning energy. So, you have some other issues, but we compartmentalize everything. When in reality, we're a whole. We work as a whole. So we need to get our body working as a whole to have an efficient metabolism. And you might be wondering, how the heck do I do that? Well, there's going to be lots of steps in that, but today we're going to focus mostly on how to get our metabolism back to where it should be. Okay, so first we got to understand some of these terms. There's basal metabolic rate, which is your BMR. That is the minimum requirement of energy your body needs to do nothing. Lay in bed, do nothing. Then there is the total daily energy expenditure. Otherwise, you'll see it in some of these calculators as TDEE. That is the total energy you burn. Once we get out of bed, we do things, we move around, whether you exercise or just go to work, clean the house, cook, sit and watch TV. All of that increases the amount of energy we use where we're just not laying there. So there's two different things to look at. Make sure you remember the difference between the two. It's very, very important, especially if down the road you're going to go into macros and looking at some of those calorie calculators. Too many of them go dip below your BMR, and that's kind of what got us in this mess to begin with. You might be thinking, how? If I ate less than I used, I should have lost more weight. Your body's not a simple calculator. You see, the whole calories in, calories out is based on a closed system, meaning there's nothing else going on that's increasing the energy expenditure. The calories we eat either cause us to burn more calories or store more calories. So it's more than just a simple calories in, calories out. It's what they're made out of and what they do in our bodies. We need to take a step back and understand something. Our body has an adaptive nature. Its sole purpose is to survive and return to a homeostasis. Basically, it wants perfect balance of things running right. So when we're constantly not putting in enough energy and enough nutrients, the body figures out where it can short things so that it can use what it's given. It basically adapts so that you survive. that's how we can end up surviving at such lower calories than what we should be. Now, how do we use this adaptive nature to our benefit? If you're at a point where you've eaten very low calorie for a long period of time, meaning 6 months or longer, it's time to do something super scary and increase the amount of food you're getting in. And when you increase it, I want you to increase it using only real whole foods for a while. Take 2 to 3 weeks and eat what your maintenance level calories are. And there's lots of calculators out there that'll tell you that. And I don't care if you're larger now. I don't want you to use your ideal weight. I want to use your current weight now. We're going to reset some of the things and let your body adapt to getting in the nourishment it needs before we start going back into a cutting phase. So I just said the cutting phase. I'm going to explain this in the terms of like maybe bodybuilding so that you have a little visual. When bodybuilders want to get prepared for a competition, they need to build because they need to get bigger. So they eat a lot so they gain weight. And then they go into cut phases and adapt what they're eating and working out. And then they build up the muscles and get those really good definitions. We kind of are doing the same thing, but we're doing it in terms of helping our metabolism. Our body for years, especially if you've eaten low calorie for years, needs to get in the nourishment so that it can then feel safe to release some of the fat. See, fat can also always be used as energy. However, it will store it if it feels like it's in a famine. You know, you've heard the term feast or famine. You've seen pictures of people starving in some countries with big bellies. That's because their body's storing as much as it can for the famine so that it has energy to tap into. What we want to know or give our body is we want to give it this sense of having enough so that it can release some of the excess fat. Bringing your body up to what maintenance intake should be and staying there allows it to adapt to this higher number. Your body will adapt up and down. I don't care what they say. I've done it. I've been there. I've also worked with a lot of people that have done the same thing. Now, could it be that we're finally getting in the nourishment that helps all the other processes? Hell yeah. That's the big part of it. But we need to be getting in enough nourishment, enough of the vitamins and minerals that our body needs so that when we do cut, reduce amount to maybe shrink a little, it's okay. It doesn't feel like it's in shock and it's not going to survive. We also want to make sure we're maintaining everything with real whole foods. If you could lose weight eating 1,200 calories of Snickers bar every day, everybody would be doing it. Everybody would be at an ideal healthy weight if it was as simple as counting calories. It's not. I'm sorry. I wish it was. I've struggled with my weight for my entire life. I've been there. I've done that. And I shouldn't say I don't struggle with it very much anymore because I've figured out what my body needs to maintain that healthy weight. And I want to get you there too. The first step is doing some reverse dieting. I did it. It works. And I can tell you for a fact that many of us need to eat enough for our body to truly release the excess fat. So with that, our tip for today is to try reverse dieting using solely whole, unprocessed, real foods so that you can get your metabolism running efficiently again. You see, your metabolism doesn't actually suck. It's just not running efficiently. So on that note, friends, I will see you next time. Bye! Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you found value in what you heard today, I would be incredibly grateful if you could help spread the word. Sharing is caring after all. Share the podcast with others that will find the information helpful. It's through your support that I can continue to grow and bring more amazing content. And if you have a spare moment, I would truly appreciate it if you could leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback means the world to me, and it also helps others discover my show. I read every review and take your suggestions to heart, so please don't hesitate to let me know what you think. Remember, you can stay connected with me by following me on Instagram or visiting the website at holistichealthmadesimple.com. I love hearing from our listeners, so feel free to reach out, share your thoughts, ideas, and even suggestions for future episodes. See you later.